Square Enix has been pretty adamant that Crisis Core Reunion, the reimagining of the widely beloved prequel, is not a remake like FF7, but instead will more closely resemble that of a remaster. However, I have my doubts. Now, I'm sure the story will be near identical to that of the original, but there will be several key differences that will make this game much more than just a simple remaster. Nomura said it best himself when he admitted in an interview that the team had mixed feelings on it, as they weren't really sure the best way to go about describing this project. At one point, there was even a discussion about whether to call it a remaster or a remake. I mean, if the game's creative producer is not even really sure what the best term is, that's pretty telling. That alone tells us the game is far more than just a simple remaster. Otherwise, why not name it Crisis Core Remastered and just be done with it, call it a day? So, in a rather clever fashion, the game's design team decided that Reunion would be the best term to use. This way, they don't have to commit to calling it either a remaster or a remake, and can avoid the flack from fans expecting one or the other. Or at least try to anyways. And to be honest, I kinda like this approach. The game is not a fully fledged remake, so that term would be wrong. But with all the updates to the combat system, completely revamped graphics, the character models being remade from scratch, and additional dubbed scenes, just calling this a remaster would be plain wrong. And while we're at it, sticking with the RE theme is pretty smart as well, like I always suspected Square Enix would. We now have FF7 Remake, FF7 Rebirth, and Crisis Core Reunion. So don't be surprised if the last main title contains the letters RE as well. Something along the lines of FF7 Resurrection, or Reintegration? But Resurrection sounds way cooler, and is much more in line with how Rebirth is expected to end with, well, you know, that main character's death. The one that affected us all so greatly.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
Now, when it comes to the actual story of Crisis Core Reunion, I'm fully expecting most, if not all things, to remain the same, except the very end. Now don't get me wrong, I fully expect Zack to die. He will bite the dust in the end, the same way as he did in the original, but there will be a bit of a twist. Here's my theory. When we first get to the ending, Zack will go down, fighting all those Shinra soldiers, and pass his sword onto our boy Cloud before he closes his eyes one last time. The same as we witnessed before on the PSP. However, as the game ends and the credits roll, we will get an additional cutscene. And this one will show the events from FF7 Remake, with the Whispers, where Zack actually survives his fateful encounter. So the final scene in Reunion will be the same scene as that of FF7 Remake, where Zack and Aerith pass by each other in the separate timelines. Great way to come full circle. And I feel that this way Square can satisfy people on both sides of the remake debate. By keeping true to the original and having Zack die, the game will truly feel like the remaster people have wanted for ages. But then by adding an additional cutscene after the credits roll, showing how the Whispers affected the timeline in the remake series, that will satisfy fans on the other side of the equation. Personally, I feel like this is the smartest and the safest move. But I want to know everyone else's thoughts. How do you feel Crisis Core will end? And do you feel Reunion will be closer to a remaster or a remake? Or perhaps somewhere in between? Either way, leave your thoughts and theories in the comments section, and maybe drop a like or subscribe on your way out to help that old YouTube algorithm. This has been Keifi, and I hope you have a great day. May your heart be your guiding key, my friends, and happy gaming.